Okay, here are some of my theories why men don't approach women in public. Okay, number one, I think they have had a super horrible, traumatic experience with like literally one woman. Like one woman really did them so dirty that traumatized them moving forward. Like they can't even move forward because they're still so hurt from the past one experience that they're moving from a place of hurt and not from like a healed perspective. 2, men have a very sensitive ego. And they rather protect that ego from it getting bruised just a little bit, just simply by a rejection from a woman, than to actually go and pursue something. Okay, and 3rd point, men have it way too easy now with all the dating apps and Instagram and sliding into someone's DMs. Like, why would they want to do that in public when they can just choose the easy way out and do it through social media behind a screen?
Many unbearable hours later.
One of the hardest things to overcome post-divorce, and I just feel like it's like a reoccurring thing that I'm having to grieve and overcome, is when you start like going back to your normal life and you're doing normal life things like going to church, going to get groceries, whatever. You're like doing it with your kids, right? And it's like you're doing them alone. Like, yeah, you have your kids, but you're doing it solo. And it really like hit me today at church. I was sitting by myself and just looking around and seeing like all the husbands with their wives, you know, and they have their like arm around them, and they're like during sermon, they're like giving them a kiss on the forehead. See, I can't even, it's so like even talking about it like gets me. But anyways, but then your mind starts going into like fantasizing of like, oh, I had that and now I don't have it anymore. But then when your mind starts going of like, oh, you had that, and those memories start fleeing back into your memory.
First of all, you gotta remember, she's in a relationship going on TikTok complaining about men not approaching. That was already a big red flag. Then you gotta give it to the man for letting her go, because this was never gonna work. And she's got no accountability. She's still putting up videos on TikTok talking about post-divorce and how crazy it is and how she's upset, but she's not taking no accountability. This is just what happens. She got 2 kids, she's a single mother now. And once the husband was fed up with her, you know what he said, right? It's time to go!
I want you all to look at this.
Me and the devil walking side by side.
And just like that, this thing the man did ended their marriage. This must be the fastest divorce in history. These two were still in the middle of their marriage ceremony, standing in front of everyone, when the whole thing allegedly fell apart. The bride's crown looked loose, so 2 bridesmaids stepped forward to fix it. The groom was holding his bride with one hand, but then with his free hand, he allegedly used his pointed finger to tap the waistline of one of the curvy bridesmaids. The lady felt it immediately. She shivered a little, but she didn't react. She just fixed the crown and went back to sit. The bride had no idea what happened behind her. But after the ceremony, the video started circulating. And according to reports online, when the woman saw what her almost husband did during their marriage process, she allegedly filed for divorce the next day. Some people say the groom's behavior suggests there was something between him and that bridesmaid. Others say it was disrespectful and embarrassing. A few think it wasn't that serious. What do you think? Was she right to walk away instantly, or should she have ignored it? Drop your thoughts in the comments.
Cut the show. I'm done.
That's crazy. And if that is the excuse, she really didn't love him. There's no way. That little pinch, it looked harmless to me. But maybe there was something, gang, or maybe there's been rumors in the past, or she suspected the 1-2 things already, and she broke it up over that. But maybe she didn't really care about him and she's just trying to get all the money for him.
us alone. Leave us alone.
I get lonely quite often. I know I look like I'm always having fun, but I do. Today would have been my 4-year wedding anniversary, and I got my divorce decree 3 days ago. And I just remembered at lunchtime that it was my 4-year anniversary, or it would have been. And it's such a weird thing because like when I woke up this morning, I live alone, and I have no neighbors, and I get lonely quite often. I know I look like I'm always having fun, but I do. I own my own business, and I do it from my house, so I'm always alone. And I was thinking all day today, I was like, it's just not natural to be alone at like 32 with no kids. Like this was not how it was supposed to be. And then I remembered, I was like, wow, I would have been married 4 years today. And it's crazy because I have no children. My whole life got flipped upside down. I'm literally having to restart my whole life. And like, what are the odds that I never drive by my old apartment that me and my husband lived in like when we first got married. I drove by it today and it made me feel weird. I know a lot of people are like, you're not over your ex. It's like, no, I'm very much so over him. I'm healing because it's painful to start over. It's painful. It's hard. This is the hardest thing I've ever been through because, I loved him with everything in me. And
now, what I just heard, blah, 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 blah.
Listen, she said a whole load of nothing. So you woke up, you've somehow stumbled on this, my 4-year anniversary, and you don't regret it. You don't care, but it's just on your mind. Come on, she really does care. She doesn't want to be alone. She misses that guy, like she said she was in love with him. But this is the reality. A lot of women leave, and then they regret it after because it's a feeling. They're going through the feeling as a process, and then after, when all the emotions come back, and it's like, wait a minute, I actually left a good guy. It's too late then. But you know what she has to do, right?
Relax, drink Stella. It make you feel better.
Can somebody tell me why I have a beautiful house, warm, cozy, and yet this is where my husband is? I'm sorry, what?
Shut the fuck up in 2024.
Peace. Every single man can relate. We need peace. He brings it to an extent, but we still need additional peace.
I left my husband 5 months ago and I regret it. No, you're not supposed to say that. I know I'm supposed to be in my living my best life, hoe era, whatever, but like, no. These last 5 months have broken my spirit. They have been the hardest of my life. These last 5 months have required so much work, so much discipline to get back to myself. But it's supposed to suck. I talked to my friend last night about this on the phone and he really put it in perspective for me. Said the year you get a divorce was going to suck regardless. I question my decisions constantly. No matter what choice I made, I would have been miserable regardless. Life is not supposed to be happy and perfect all the time. Most growth comes from the times when we are having to do the work, having to sit in our misery, having to sit in the quiet. And that is exactly what I'm doing. 31 and I feel like I'm 18 again trying to navigate the world. Because you know what I regret more than leaving my husband? It having to get to that point anyway. I regret marrying the wrong person in the first place and not listening to my intuition. From my mistakes. So that you can learn from me being a dumbass. Because I feel dumb all the time.
Your test results came back positive. You're a stage 5 dumbass.
Another one, thank you. Another one, thank you.
And a husband. I miss my family. I miss having a husband. And I miss my husband. I don't want just any husband. I want my husband. Mine. Miss mine. I miss mine. Mine. I don't know why. I'm really stuck. No, you guys are sick of this. You guys are so sick of this. I don't blame you. I don't know how to replace my husband. I don't know how. I'm lonely. I'm sad. I miss my family.
Just fell in the parking lot of Walmart. And I went to grab my phone in that moment that I was hurting. And I wanted to call my husband and cry to him. And have him comfort me like y'all was had after 25 years. The first thing I wanted to do was call him. And then I realized that he's not mine to call anymore. And how alone I really am. And it sucks. It really sucks. And I haven't been able to stop crying since. And I'm fine. But it sucks so bad. So in November, I decided I no longer wanted to be a responsible parent, and I gave up my kids. I was just tired of being responsible and caring for them. I felt like I was too young and I wanted to go out there and experience life, and I started dating someone else, so it just didn't fit with my new lifestyle. And I didn't have anything to worry about because the other parent is a very responsible parent. But now I'm here because now I'm in child support, and to top it off, I'm really pissed off that I took care of them all the way up to November, and I couldn't claim them on my taxes because the other parent had already claimed them.
It's an evil world we live in.
Tell them to bring me my money.
Sensational.